Hello guys, my name is Big Zumbe. Welcome to another episode of Exotic Somali Bantu History. On our previous episode, we discussed a little more about how the Somali Bantu ended up in Somalia. Today, we're coming up with something different. We are about to talk about why the Somali Bantu are not getting government recognition. I know that I met a lot of Somali Bantu guys who are wishing to have equal chances with everybody in Somali government, of which they don't get it. So today I will explain few points that will at least clarify the point as to why the government doesn't take the Somali Bantu serious to giving them government positions. One of the reasons is Somali Bantus, they are not people who are thinking of development. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that every Somali Bantu doesn't think of development, but think it this way. The villagers, our parents that have been living in Somali in the 90s, say maybe in the 1800s, long time ago, nothing is changing. Like everything is the same. This is 2022, we are moving ahead, but they are still to how they were before. So government needs people who likes development. A government wants that they see today a house, tomorrow they see a skyscraper, tomorrow they see a big business, or tomorrow they see something bigger to show that you are progressing. So if you do not have any progress in life, government cannot give you chances. Like progress that we talk about could be improving formal education, like maybe build as many schools as they can, so a lot of kids can go to school and get to learn things. There is two forms of education. One form informal, which is most valued in the Somali Bantu community. Then there's the informal one, which the world expects. And since the Somali government is being ruled by the formal world, it needs formal education for it to go with the pace of every other country in the world. So we need as many schools as we can, so the Somali Bantu can get the knowledge that can give them the power to leadership and many things that the new world is working on. So education, we have to have as many schools as we can, and so everything can work well. The second thing is health. Health department needs very much improvement. We need Somali Bantu doctors who are maybe going to a decent hospitals. A lot of people, they can't get enough, they can't get good health, or maybe their health taken care well, because they don't have good hospitals in Somali Bantu communities. So the main part is we have to have hospitals or social amenities or health centers where we can have our health checked well. The other field is business network. Roads. Roads have to be in infrastructure, meaning roads have to be built so that there will be connection between the urban life and the rural life. That way, if a Somali Bantu guy decides to plant for business, they can easily access the market through the roads that you build. So we need as many roads as possible so we can transport our goods. The other thing is we also need cars, mode of transport. We could be lorries, trucks, or any form of transport. So that way, if an agriculturalist do their agricultural activity, they can easily load their stuffs into the trucks and transport them to the big cities to sell them, or maybe do any other form of business. So we also need forms of transports, which could be trucks, lorries, pickups, or anything that's could be. The other thing is we may need something like an airport which could help us transport perishable goods like fruits. You cannot have your fruits not being able to be delivered. I know a lot of Somali Bantu, they have a lot of fruits, but they cannot deliver them to the market. They get bad. They go bad before they reach the market because they do not have fastest means of transport. So if we have like an airport in the Somali Bantu community areas, that could be a great thing that can lead the government to trusting the Somali Bantu people. The other thing is extensive farming. It's a time that we need to wake up and change our way of farming. It's not just for your guts, it's not just for your mouth or for your family, no. For you to get development, you have to have these extensive farming abilities. I mean, do agriculture and whereby you can get food for you and also food for the world. There is a saying that says, eat and let eat. Eat what you can and let other eat from you. It's a blessing too. So if we decide, maybe like Somali Bantu, maybe 5 to 6 men decide to come together, bring their money that they've been saving and buy maybe a tractor for farming. After that, they can go and buy a very big land and farm. That way, they can start extensive farming and also get to the market and also get to supply food to other people. So this extensive farming is so good. Instead of maybe for us to expand our knowledge in agriculture, we could use the greenhouse farming, which is also good. I saw a lot of other Somali folks, the Somali Jila. I'm using this because this is Somali Bantu channel, so I will mostly say Somali Bantu, Somali Jila, Somali this, Somali that, but we are all one and the same. So it doesn't bring any difference, it doesn't make any difference, it's just for educational purpose. So like the Somali Jila guys, I see a lot of greenhouses. In the arid areas, the deserted area, this desert semi-arid areas, they are still farming but using the greenhouse farming, which is so good. Greenhouse farming helps a lot of people. It's a controlled mode of agriculture, and the pests can really destroy less of your plants than the other mode of farming. So if we could get education in extensive farming using green farmhouse, that will be good. So we need to improve our from the farms, from the mode of transport, from the ways of transport, from health, education. Those are important things that we need to work on so the government can start seeing us in a different way. Because let's take it this way. Somali Jilak people, they are supplying food, they are supplying animals to Saudi Arabia. Like I'm recording this on Eid al-Adha, so they are supplying a lot of animals to Saudi Arabia, to Mecca for sacrifice for the Eid. That's good because that's what they were made for. They are pastoralists, they are keeping animals, so they are using animals to make money out of them. So they sell as many animals as they can to the Arabs and they make money out of it. So for the Bantus, what do we sell? We are doing agriculture. People have to eat every single day. They have to eat. But we don't sell to nobody because the food that we are farming is not even enough for us. So what we do is we need just expand our wings and get as many farms as we can, and also maybe do the one I said, extensive farming, which could help a lot of people. And when you do that, you get money. When you get money, the government shows interest to you. When the government shows interest to you, they give you a seat in the parliament. So like you get Minister of Agriculture, which is better for the people, for the Somali Bantu people, because that's what they were built for. That's what they were born for. That's what they were created for. So if you do extensive farming, you get Minister of Agriculture. You expand and teach people a lot about agriculture. That way, the Somali government can rely on the Somali Bantu farming skills. That way, if it relies on us, it will have to start giving us equal chances. Okay, fine, we need to talk about agriculture, bring the Somali Bantu guys. We need to talk about farming, we need to talk about animal keeping, bring the Somali Jila. If we need to talk about maybe minerals, not mineral, ocean, the oceanic stuff, bring the Bajuni, the Barao, the Banadir, and stuff like that. So everybody have to bring something to the table. You don't just come chilling, sleeping, and expecting the government to give you equal chance with somebody else who is struggling. There's a lot of Somali rich people who are trying their best and doing something, contributing to the government, and that the government is giving them good chances, is respecting them, because money is power. No matter how we want to put it, but money is power, and money comes from anything you sell. The food we are farming could be a channel of us making a lot of money. One of other reason that makes the Somali Bantu not to get government recognition is our numbers. We are very few in Somalia. That includes all the Somali Bantu ethnics. It could be Wazigula, Maimai, Shawele, all with others like Bajuni, Barao. When all of us are included, we are very few as compared to the other Somali tribes. They have this system, they say 4.5 system, which means that there is 4 major tribes of the Somalis, then there's this 0.5, which is us, because of our number. So if we had all the other things I said previously, the power, maybe the government could trust us, because numbers at some point, it doesn't matter. That's why they said even the smallest fish can be the best swimmer. A smallest fish can be the best swimmer. It doesn't matter the size of your fish, it can fish better than the bigger fish. How about we put it this way, when you go to school, there's a lot of students, maybe over 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 students. How many teachers do we have? It's very few teachers. So power is not all about number, it's all about what is on your head. So if you use your head well, you plan well, you organize everything well, you become more powerful. So we go to school, we see a lot of students obeying, very few teachers. Leave about school, let's go to other institutions like maybe warehouse. You go to a warehouse, how many managers do we have? You may see like 50 employees, but we have only 1, 2, 3, or maybe 5 managers, which is so good, which shows that numbers is not something that we care much about. When we go to now to the world business, we have the top percenters. The top percenters, the billionaires, those of likes of Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, those people, they are very few, but they are ruling 8 billion people on earth. Because they have the power of money. They use their brain well, so it is not all about numbers. I know we are few, we are giving excuses, we are not being selected, but someone is being selected according to their values. If I go to school, I discover something, maybe, let's say I discover maybe how to make a car, and the Somali government wants somebody who builds car, I will get that chance to do that deal, because that's what the government wants, and it's making money out of me and I'm making money out of it. It's coexistence. You need me, I need you too. So we work together to need each other so everything can work well. The main things that I was talking about and explaining is the Somali Bantu needs to up their game. You do not just sleep, you get money, you go adding extra wife, you get money, you go adding another wife, you get money. It's all about the thing down there. We have to change, because a lot of old men, you see, they in America, they travel to Africa. Instead of investing, maybe doing something, you hear your grandpa just married a 15-year-old girl. Like, what's wrong with this? Why are we so much into the thing down there? We should start with the thing of the middle thing. It's like a gravitational pull. It's pulling us towards the hole, which is not good, man. Come on now. We need to wake up and up our game, go back to Africa, invest, do something. So I read a story of a Somali guy who was in America. He was working a normal job, a warehouse. He worked there. At some point, he saved and bought and started a small business. Then he upped his game. He bought a gas station. He upped his game. He started food chain. Everything was working so well to him. Guess what he did? When he saw, now I have enough capital, he sold everything he had and moved back to Somalia. Now he is a very rich guy in Somalia, because he knew here in America competition is very high. Everybody is doing whatever you're trying to do. So if you want to do a gas station, how many gas stations are you seeing while driving and maybe going somewhere? There's a lot of big gas stations. So in America, the competition is high. What about if you go to Somalia or maybe somewhere in Africa? The competition is very low and you can be rich as very in a very short period of time. So our fathers, our mothers, our everybody, our family, sisters, let's be focusing on things that will make the Somali government give us the power we need. There's a lot of big people who are educated, but they are also still being affected by this very small thing of, I need a second wife, I need a third wife. I'm telling you, if the religion did not limit the Bantus to taking only 4, they will take 15, 20, 30, 40, maybe more. We have heard of Somali Bantu guys who had like 50 kids and all of the kids are starving somewhere. So we just need to wake up and make the Somali government need us. If it needs us based on what we have, because the Somali Bantu, we can do crafts. We can make, is it ironsmith? We call it ironsmith, goldsmith. We can do that. We can do tailoring. We can do a lot of stuff. But all we do, we just do it like not for business purpose. We just do it like, let me just help somebody. And this thing of, I'm doing my business, all you want is just to come and learn something. Help me this, I will pay you tomorrow. Help me this, I'll pay you tomorrow, then you don't pay. The worst people you want to lend money are the wazigulas. You give them money today, you lose them as a friend, you lose them as a family, they never come back to you, they never talk to you because they need money and they owe you money and they don't want to pay it back. So anyway, let's work out on upping our games, do everything better so the government of Somalia can give us chance based on our value, not on our number. We are very few. If we want to compete with the other Somali people, we can't because they are outnumbering us. If you want to vote, maybe I need a seat in a parliament. I need people to vote for me. If we are like 1 million Somali Bantu and Somalia has 15 million people, so they are 14 million people you are praying that to choose you and you're not sure if they will choose you because they don't know you. Because they don't see a value in you. So we have to play our roles well. To finish up, I need to talk about some of the strategies that I thought they might be helpful to us as the Somali communities, being Somali Bantu, Somali Jila, the Barawot, Bajoni, and all other minor sub-tribes. So let's work together. Working together means help someone when you can't help. If a Somali Bantu comes to you and they want help, help them, and that help should be a developmental help. Like I need to do maybe extensive farming, and you are a Somali Jila doing it. Please help, so that this person can make sure the Somalia is having so much development in the economy. One thing that we are not getting is we feel like it is a civil war between the Somali Bantu, Somali, Al-Shabaab, this and that, all these groups that are fighting within. But we are forgetting that this Somali is having a face out there. So this face, everybody is seeing the Somali as a bad place. I have seen a lot of people, they say, oh, Somalia, people are being killed, people are doing this, people are doing that, there's bad stuff. But they are forgetting that Somalia has 3 parts. There's the Puntland Somalia, there's Somaliland, then the mainland Somalia, of which Puntland Somalia, no war, no fighting. Somaliland, no fighting. But the mainland Somalia, people are still fighting. And the fighting is more of things that are not even worth fighting for. So instead of people fighting, just come together, work together, and help the government recover from this pain that it has always been going through. So working together is one of the very basic reasons that can help Somalia move ahead. The next reason is doing research. Doing research is, you have to do research. Who is best in what, and what can we use in the field that they are best at. So when we go to the Somali Bantu, they are good at farming. So the government have to work on improving the farming skills to these people so they can bring contribution to the government. What about the Somali Jila? They are pastoralists, so they keep animals. What can we use about this? What can we use of this their skill of pastoralism into helping the government improve? Then you go to the Bajuni. Bajuni, they are so good at fishing. Then you ask yourself, what can we do about fishing? We are next to Indian Ocean, and Somalia has the longest coastline in Africa, but we are not the best suppliers of fish and shark meat and things like that. What's the issue is because we are not giving power, we are not empowering the Bajuni people, and that so that they can do whatever they do to improve their fishing activities. So maybe the government could buy some vessels, shipping vessels, and they give them to the Bajuni community who are experts at that job. Then they do it, and the government gets something better to improve on. So those are the three main points that I wanted to finish off with. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for taking your time for listening all whatever I have been explaining or be talking to. I will see you guys on my next video. Please subscribe, turn on your notification. Subscription is free. You don't pay to subscribe. Just go down on your phone, touch the red button. Easy peasy like lemon squeezy. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye. Adios.